attempt to undermine its influence and refused to participate. In 1948, the Soviets blockaded West Berlin, cutting off all supply routes. The US and its allies responded with the Berlin airlift, delivering food and supplies by air for nearly a year. The blockade's failure marked an early Cold War victory for the West. The formation of NATO in 1949 and the Warsaw Pact in 1955 solidified the division of Europe. These military alliances underscored the growing polarization of the Cold War. The Cold War turned hot in Korea from 1950 to 1953. The conflict, which began with North Korea's invasion of the South, was a proxy war between the US-led United Nations forces and Chinese-backed North Korea. The war ended in a stalemate, solidifying the division of the Korean Peninsula. The Cuban Missile Crisis of 1962 brought the world to the brink of nuclear war. The discovery of Soviet missiles in Cuba prompted a US naval blockade. After tense negotiations, the crisis was resolved with an agreement to remove the missiles in exchange for a US pledge not to invade Cuba. The Cold War extended into space, with both superpowers competing for technological supremacy. The Soviet Union launched Sputnik, the first artificial satellite, in 1957. The US responded by landing a man on the moon in 1969, a defining moment in the space race. The Cold War was also a battle for hearts and minds. Both sides used propaganda to promote their ideologies. Hollywood movies, literature, and music were tools of soft power in the West, while the Soviet Union utilized state-controlled media and art. The CIA and KGB engaged in extensive espionage activities. Spies infiltrated governments, stole technological secrets, and conducted covert operations, adding an air of intrigue to